Howdy! It's your good old friend Hillbilly Scribbs with you again for another episode of the Hillbilly Hollar. It's our weekly updates for the matches that have happened and that are coming up in the movie trivia face-off. So we'll start with a recap from last week. Last week we had two singles tournament qualifying matches, and these were actually the last two singles tournament qualifying matches. So the brackets are being made, and we're getting ready to start up that tournament. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to dive into that, and who knows, maybe next week I'll start throwing out some predictions. But our matches from this past week, we had last Sunday, we had a match where yours truly debuted. I went up against a feller named Grant Gregory. He calls himself the Comic Book Lad. He also recently has started calling himself the Australian Devil, which he's from Australia, but he didn't strike me as a devil. He seemed like a pretty nice guy. But he knows his stuff. He seriously knows his stuff. He gave me a little bit of a spanking, and secured his spot in the tournament. Can't wait to see what he does in the tournament. I have a strong gut feeling he's going to go a long, long way. The other match we had last week was this feller Cigario, and he went up against this feller called the Golden God. And I never could find out very much about these guys. Watched the match. Still don't know a whole lot about them. But what I do know is they are crazy good at movie trivia. This was a high-scoring match. I mean, I can't really count the score higher than like 11 or so, but they got a lot higher than that. You'll have to watch it to see how much it was. And again, I apologize. I'm still working on some of my numbers. But it was a good match. The Cigario guy got the W, so he also secured himself a place in the tournament for the singles championship. So we'll be here, not this coming up week, but the week after that, we're going to start diving into that tournament. So that'll be a lot of fun. Moving on to our matches for this coming up week, we've got two. Our first match is going to be on Sunday, the 14th of July, and that's going to be a match between this guy named Hunter Chambless, calls himself the Sniper, and this feller named Tanhim Kuddus, and he calls himself the Titan. Now, I gotta tell you, I looked really, really hard, and I couldn't find anything at all about these guys. It's like they just kind of materialized out of nowhere. So, I smell a mystery. I might even smell a conspiracy here. Now, I'm not back in my secret clubhouse with my conspiracy poster with the photographs on it and the orange string connecting all the dots, but I have a feeling both of these guys are going to end up on that poster. Also, I did not bring my tinfoil hat, so we don't want to talk about this stuff too much because we don't know who's listening, but we'll get back to it some other time. Okay? That might be something for another show at another time. We'll see. But anyway, these fellers are having their singles debut match, I think. Maybe geektacular, but I think it's singles. So we'll hopefully find out a little bit about them. Moving on, we got another match coming up on the 17th of July on Wednesday, and this is going to be a match between a feller named Nick Carley, who calls himself the Big Sal, and a feller named Prudhvi Raj, and he calls himself King of Earth. What I can tell you about these guys is Big Sal is originally from Pittsburgh. You know what? I got a cousin from Pittsburgh. This is on a side note. I got a cousin named Phil that lives in Pittsburgh. And he's like one of my cousins that actually made something with his life. He all the way went through the 2 years of the community college, and he's a weatherman now. He's one of them meteorologists. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he's in Pittsburgh, and the weirdest thing happened for like 2 whole years. He thought it was February, and he always got this alarm clock that he has for his alarm chime. It's that Sonny and Cher song, I Got You, Babe. It's pretty funny, but it gets old after a while. Anyway, back to Big Sal. He now lives in Alabama, so he's now here in the South. And what they say is, you know, some of us are fortunate enough to be born in the South. Others get here as quickly as they can. But he's here now. As far as King of the Earth, what I found out about him is he's a really nice feller. He smiles a lot, and one of his goals in life is just to make people around him smile. So I guess we kind of have that in common. You know, come to think of it, we got a lot of kings around here, and a couple of king slayers. This league's turning into it's turning right into one of them there George R. Martin novels, huh? That's all I got for this week. You guys can catch me again next week with another update. Be sure to check out the links in the description below, and you can find a way to get to the YouTube channel for the Movie Trivia Face-Off. You can also find a way to get to my TeePublic store and get you some Hillbilly swag. And you can also find a way to join up with the Movie Trivia Schmodown's Patreon. And if you sign up at the $2 level or higher, you have access to our fan league. So if you think you know a little bit of movie trivia and you want to give it a shot, that's the way to do it. But all those links are down in the description, so check them out. Until next time, this is your good friend Hillbilly Scribbs signing off. It's going to be a glorious day.